Before we get into the video, I want to give a huge shout out to EJM1. He randomly messaged me in game asking if I take donations, and I let him know that I do. If the players want me to keep the items and not sell them, I definitely will not sell them. And he then decided to donate me 10 mil, so shout out to him. Alright, let's get started into the video. What is up, guys? Today I am back with another 10 things we are all lazy to do. This one is about 10 skills we are all lazy to do. Now keep in mind, I know there are some players that are completely into efficiency and have no problems with any skills. However, the majority of us do not like training certain skills because it takes a while and it can be a pain to grind on them. Also, if you think I missed any skills or any skills shouldn't be on here, then go ahead and let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, go ahead and give this video a like. And go ahead and leave a comment on what else you want to see. Also, these skills are in alphabetical order, not based off of difficulty. Okay, let's get started into the video. The first skill we are all too lazy to do is agility. The reasoning behind this is because it is super click intensive, which makes it a real pain to do. This causes this skill to be non-AFKable, which makes a lot of people ignore training the skill altogether. Additionally, this skill is super slow to train because you have to constantly be clicking and moving your character. Now, we may be too lazy to do agility, but we should definitely be training agility. A higher agility level allows your run energy to not run out as much, which makes it way easier to run around the game. Additionally, agility lets you use the many shortcuts in game that make it much easier, and it is required for multiple quests. To make agility easier and better to train, you can alcohol training, you can do fletching with darts, and you can also train skills differently. The next skill is construction. The reasoning behind this is because it is very expensive, as you have to buy many items to build things within the house. Another reason is it is super click intensive, as you constantly have to build stuff. This causes this skill to not be AFKable, which makes many people lazy to train it. A big reason I believe we are too lazy to train it is because there are a multiple of max houses already available. You can easily go to the Gilded Altar world and go to someone else's house. Now, the reason you should do construction is because at a higher level, you can build stuff that restores your health, prayer, and stamina. You can also put teleports inside the house, and you can also repair items at a cheaper price. Really, if you have the money to spend, you shouldn't be too lazy to train this skill. But until then, keep using friends in random houses. The next skill is farming. The reasoning behind this is because it is super slow, as you have to wait almost every day to do your next farm run. Another reason is because as you get higher level farming, the things you plant become very expensive. Also, you have to take time and stop what you are doing to do a farm run, which requires some planning and extra effort that AFKable skills don't require. The reason you should do farming is because you can actually make some profit from doing herb runs. Also, it really isn't too hard to do, as you can choose when to do runs. And also, you will not get burnt out as easily, as it takes time for the plants to grow. The next skill is HERBLORE. The reasoning behind this is because it is very expensive. Also, you can just buy potions instead of creating potions, but the reason you should do HERBLORE is because it is helpful for quests. It is also helpful to complete achievement diaries. Also, people train their HERBLORE to do raids. The next skill is hunting. The reasoning behind this is because it is not very AFK, as you have to constantly check and change your traps. Also, Hunter is not very profitable, and when it does become super profitable from doing black chins, you can easily get PK'd for bank. Hunting is also notorious for being super slow, especially at the lower levels. It can take hours just to barely level up lower levels. The reasoning people should do Hunter is because you can make pretty decent money from all the chimchampas, some of which are not in the wilderness. Also, I think the hunting cape looks very badass. The next skill we are all too lazy to train is mining. The reasoning behind this is because when you train it efficiently, it is very click intensive, such as taking iron or granite. It is also a very slow skill to train, even when you're using the more AFKable, newer method to train. The reason you should train mining is because it can be pretty profitable. If you do things such as mining rune ore, and also things like the Motherlode mine, you can make a pretty decent profit. You can also do mining AFK by doing amethyst and other options, which is very nice because we did not have that option before. The next skill is prayer. The reasoning behind this is because it is super expensive, almost to the point where it isn't worth it past a certain point. It is also very click intensive. Yes, you can AFK a little bit when at the altar, but if you don't double click the bones, then it can be very slow past the higher levels. A few reasons you should train prayer are it is super helpful for PVM and PKing. People can easily smite you out if your prayer is low. Also, some diaries like the Mortania diaries require a higher prayer level, and if you are sick of the same Gilded Altar training method, you can use the newer method of Ensouled Heads. The next skill is probably the skill we are all the most lazy to train, and that is runecrafting. That is because it is super slow and very click intensive. The efficient ways to train runecrafting can be super stressful, as you constantly have to run around, you have to bank, and you have to make the runes, and it just can be a big pain to do. A reason you should train runecrafting is because you can make loads of profit at the later levels. It does take a long time to get there, but definitely worth it to make that profit. You can also make double runes and make crazy profit. The second to last skill is Slayer. Now, I almost didn't put this skill, but I realized I probably should. This skill can be very expensive towards the higher levels because the monsters you fight are tougher and stronger. Also, Slayer can take very long past a certain point, making it seem pointless for some players that don't need to do Slayer. Additionally, some players do not have combat stats for higher level slavers such as obby maulers, pures, and some zerkers. So a lot of players just find that it's not worth doing, and in turn they are too lazy to do the skill. The reason you should do Slayer is because once you get a higher Slayer level, it can be very profitable as tasks can be monsters that have awesome drops, and you can fight multiple monsters that have crazy drop tables. Slayer is also very efficient when it comes to training combat skills, as you can use a cannon and train your range and also do your melee at the same time. This causes you to get combat levels and not even realize it is happening. Also, the Slayer cape looks badass as well. The last skill on the lazy list is thieving. The reasoning is because it is very click intensive when wanting to do it efficiently, and even when you don't want to do it super efficiently, it is still pretty click intensive. This causes it to be non-AFKable. Also, it becomes pretty slow if you do not do the efficient, constantly clicking methods. The reason you should do thieving is because you need higher thieving levels for many quests, and also you can make some profit doing certain options. Alright guys, that is all of the 10 skills that we are too lazy to train, and I am very curious though. What do you guys think are the hardest skills to train? Also, which do you think you are too lazy to train? Go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section so I can see what you guys think. And if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. This is my third video in the series, and I really hope you guys are enjoying it. We are so close to 1K subs, so keep pushing that subscribe button. If you guys are not already in my CC, go ahead and join it. It's just Hartblitz, which is my username. And also, join my Discord, which is in the description. Thanks guys for all the support, and hopefully we all stop being lazy and become max main. Thanks guys for watching, stay tuned for my next video.